Number 7 and 8 are examples of dividing rational expressions. So just like I mentioned in class, we're going to follow the same steps that we follow when multiplying rational expressions. We just have one extra added step. So let's work on number 7. Number 7, we have 15n minus 9 over n minus 1 being divided by 15n minus 9 over 4n cubed minus 4n squared. So I'm going to go over to the notes over here again so I can have more space. So the first step in dividing rational expressions is the same as when we are multiplying. So we are going to factor everything out first. So in the numerator in our first expression, we're going to factor out 3. So we have 3. 15n divided by 3 is going to be 5n. And then negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. Our denominator is already in its simplest form, so we're just going to write it down like this. And then our other expression, we have 15n minus 9 again, so it's the same thing. We're going to factor out a 3. So we have 3 and then so we have 3 and then 5n minus 3 over, and then we have 4n cubed minus 4n squared. Both these terms are divisible by 4, and they both have at least n squared, so we can factor out 4n squared, and then we're left with n minus 1. On the quiz, you don't have to state the domain, so we're going to skip that part. We're going to set this up as a multiplication problem now. So we're going to rewrite this as our first rational expression stays the same. 3 times 5n minus 3 over n minus 1 stays the same. Multiplied by, and now we're going to write these, we're going to write the second expression as its reciprocal. So we have our numerator becomes our denominator, and our denominator becomes our numerator. So we have 4n squared times n minus 1 over 3 times 5n minus 3. We're going to connect these, and we're going to cancel out now what we can, right? So 5n minus 3 can get canceled out, and then n minus 1 can get canceled out. So we're left with 3. Oh, wait, and the 3's cancel each other out as well. So we're just left with 4n squared. So let's go back to the quiz. And it is option B, 4n squared. So now we're going to do number 8. Number 8 is 2b plus 10 over b squared plus 7b plus 10 being divided by 1 over b squared plus 3b plus 2. So let's go over to our notepad where we have more space. All right. So again, our first step is going to be factor everything that we can. So in the numerator of our first rational expression, we're going to factor out 2, right? Both are divisible by 2. So we have 2, and then what we're left with is b plus 5. Our denominator in our first rational expression, we're going to have to factor it out. So two numbers that add up to 2 numbers that add up to 7 and multiply into 10 are going to be 5 and 2. So we have b plus 5 times b plus 2. This is being divided by 1 as it's in its simplest form. Then we're going to factor our denominator. So 2 numbers that add up to 3 and multiply to 2 are going to be 2 and 1. So we have b plus 2 times b plus 1. Now we're going to set this up as a multiplication problem. So we're going to multiply our first rational expression, 2b plus 5 over b plus 5 times b plus 2. We're going to multiply that by the reciprocal of our second rational expression. So we're going to rewrite this. So our numerator becomes our denominator, and our denominator becomes our numerator. So now it is b plus 2 over b plus 1. And again, We don't have to worry about the domain in the quiz, so we're just going to go right ahead, connect this, and we're going to eliminate what we can. So b plus 5 can cancel out b plus 5, b plus 2 can cancel out b plus 2, and then we're left with 2, b plus 1, and 1 in our denominator. We can ignore the 1 in our denominator because any number divided by 1 is itself, so we are left with 2 times b plus 1. This is the answer. Let's go to the quiz. And it is option A, 2 times b plus 1.